Welcome to the History Hunter. Welcome to our small adventures with the World War II time frame. It is me and my daughter. Say hello.
Hi.
Hi, she says. We are out here on a special mission. And the mission, well, it's all about this today. It's about the German minefields. And before you scream and shout, my daughter is an adult, so she can decide whether she wants to come or not. So she's joining me here today. But nevertheless, today it's all about the German minefields. And what you've seen here are actually copies of the original minefield warning signs that the Germans used at the location. But we are basically behind the dunes because the weather is absolutely crazy. So we are going to do a search near the beach line, the beachhead itself. But it all depends on if Mother Nature will help us out here today. So join us and let's go out and find the path together. Dunes, behind the huge dunes, and we're on the Atlantic Wall, and the Germans, they were here with their activities, and the Allied try, of course as usual, to get them. You see here the behind area of the dunes are totally flooded. The weather has been absolutely incredibly wild the last weeks, and that's why we're here. We want to come in when the beach has been kind of rumbled around by nature forces, and maybe something else anew can come up from the sand and rocks. But I have to warn you, this is insanely strong winds down there, so I'm not sure how well these recordings will be. Well, to help us out here today, we're going to use this gear. Have the Makro Kruzer Multi, fantastic machine, waterproof, lightweight, very, very adaptable. You can take that off, you want to travel with it, and it's just a fantastic machine. And I'm going to use a special beach program here today. Have these two spades, wonderful, small, compact. I welded it, shortened it down, and we are going to use the Nokta pointer here today. This is a great pointer. It has a very strong LED light. Where is the LED? It's on the front there, and we can exchange the tip on the front there. We can exchange this one, and if you turn around on the back, that's where you can adjust the gain, and the loudspeaker is there, so it doesn't get messed up so much. So all in all, easy little compact system here for us to work with, and let's hope for the best. Oh my goodness, the wind is just ridiculous here. I hope this will be okay. That is actually a piece of a box that I think contained German military equipment. But look here, that is actually the German barbed wire defense systems. They're coming out of the dunes now. See here, coming out of the dunes because the weather has been so bad. That is cool, really, really cool. And up there, that is one of the poles that held the German barbed wire systems here for 5 years, and then it just kind of went and just lays here to rot away. Wow, gonna get up to a cup of 80. I don't want any discrimination because I want iron signals, all of that. Here we go. Then you're gonna go and ground balance the machine. It's just about it. Here we go. All right, we're ready to go. You know, last time I was here, it didn't look like that. All the rocks here, they've been pushed up several meters, and it's just a total chaos. Look at the stuff here everywhere. This was a flat, small, smooth area last time I was here. Now it's kind of absolutely, totally wasteland. That is wild. Like a 60, 70, 69, 72, so it's definitely something down there, so I'm gonna go for that. Maybe I can even do what we call a live dig for you. But as I said, the weather here is just incredible strong. And did I see an ant? You just have to be careful, because you never know what's going to be down there. Oh, there's a... What is that? Oh, I don't hope that is a telemine. They are much bigger. That's the anti-tank mines. Oh, that's a big piece of metal. I'll dig a bit around it, and you'll join me when I kind of figure out what it is. Alright, a big chunk of iron, pretty thick as well. I couldn't tell you. Maybe this is some of the defense systems that the Germans had in the ground here down at the beachhead. Some holes here, holes here. I couldn't tell you, but it's huge. Why should it be here other than that? So, something from the Germans. Well, not much to talk about. Just a couple of pieces of barbed wire. But at least we are getting some clues that the German activity was here. Now it's just a matter of finding the mines. As I'm walking here, I'll say a massive thank you to all my Patreon supporters. You are actually making this come true by your kind donations and help and support. Something here. So much debris that it's actually difficult to know where to dig. A weak signal, I'll try that. Just another small little piece here. I couldn't tell you what it's for, but definitely some activities going on here in the dunes and on the beachhead. Alright, let's do more. My daughter brought up this ceramic piece. It looks very, very much like the German type. Very crispy clean in the center. It's very much like pieces you could find where the German installations and bunkers were. The barrack area for this position is further up here, so they might have discarded something here. You can see the height of some of the dunes. They're like 8, 9, 10 meters plus. And actually there was some German Luftwaffe aircraft also crashing in this area. I'm not familiar precisely where it is, but I think I'm very close to it. But that landed on the beachhead itself. But I doubt we find anything here today. If you see here, you can see that the rocks all the way up here. Well, it didn't used to be like that. I've seen photos of this beach earlier, and the sand actually stretches all the way to down there, almost on the top of the screen. So this is being blasted up by the storms every year, and the sand dunes, well, they just migrate up there. So they constantly move, and what was there is not there. It used to be 6 meters further down, so that was flat, and the sand is being pushed up there. So just imagine how much changes has been here since that time. But that is why you can find the mines down here, because this is actually where they put them, and they didn't find all when they cleaned it up. Look at that massive towing thing, and that is really, really interesting, because why is there a tow kind of attachment all the way down here? Well, could have do something with what they tried to do. They actually tried to rescue one of the aircrafts by dragging it out of the sand, but there was no way they could do it. And who knows, maybe that thing there looks very, very old style, you know, towing attachment. There's a chain going in there. Wow, this is pretty interesting actually. I've seen some photos of the activity where the Germans tried to rescue one of the aircraft, so could that really be from that? I don't know. Interesting. My daughter just brought up a little thing. What do you think it's from?
Mine.
Yeah, that's definitely from one of the S-mine that blew up here. You see the indentations of the small holes? That is actually the small balls. See if I can show you a picture of the balls. That is beautiful. That is a piece of the S-mine that's been blasted here. Wow, nice. Nice signal here. Wonder what that could be. Yeah, something down here in between all the rocks. Just have to do something with the camera here. Here we are. Right, I don't know what could be down here, but oh, there it is. Oh, I see it. That is actually a blasted piece of the S-mine. It's the shield that goes around it, which is supposed to separate and be blasted when it explodes. So very easy to see, and just a little piece. Definitely something down here, or where is it? Oh, it's here. That's another piece. That's a big piece from the bottom of the S-mine. You hear the sound. Yeah, steel balls, as we talked about, absolutely everywhere. Sand has been shifting. That's a heavy-duty piece from the bottom of it. More steel balls. Yeah, small pieces from the S-mines everywhere. Look at that. All of that is pieces from blasted S-mines. And now when the sand has moved things around, they're coming up in between the rocks here. Yeah, all of that. Also right there, steel balls from the S-mine. Absolutely everywhere. Collecting some here. If you check out my giveaway videos in the beginning of each month, you can see that I do create some beautiful WW2 dioramas, and I do install many of these find items in restored nice condition and put them in dioramas that my supporters can have, so you can actually be part of the history in another way, and in that way my motto will be fulfilled: history is everywhere. So by me giving dioramas to you, then you can take part in the history in a totally different way. That's another massive, huge piece that will clean up pretty nice and be presentable in one of the S-mine dioramas. Yeah, you can. It's not easy to see now, it's rusted, but this is very tough steel and it is very hard. It can take a lot of rust before it kind of goes away. But that's one piece of a blown up German S-mine on the Atlantic Wall beach where the Germans ruled for many years. I tried. It is too big. There are some massive iron pieces down there, but it's not possible. It's so heavy. Can't even move them a millimeter, so probably have to leave them there. Oh wow, all hell broke loose. I want to show you something over that side. It is absolutely, it's incredible. It just started to blow and rain, and the wind was so strong we just have to abandon the ship and wait it out a little bit and see what happens. Holy Madonna, that was wild. This is the most stupid thing I ever... Oh, I'm blowing down from the hillside here. But out there now, it is ferocious. Let me show you. I'll show you how the ocean is down there now. I can't even get up to the top there. It is oh, I can't hold the camera. Oh, this is insane. We might have to abandon ship here because this is just such a surprise. And wow, what can I say? So, did we find the S-mine this time? No, the weather just got absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, you can see it just started to hail and the wind was so intense. The waves were coming in like a meter more. This is absolutely horrendous. But I thought I'd just share some beautiful small details here of stuff we found earlier around that beach area. So these are the S-mines, and let's see if we can find this little model that Roy gave to us. Fantastic 3D printed edition of what it looks like. And this is basically a S-mine, and he has printed also a little detonator there, so we can actually take that down, and I have a genuine original marked from the time frame of the Second World War, and there you go, your S-mine, which was the items that we were looking for. Well, at least we found these little pieces here, and a lot of these pieces I'll try and restore, and then I'll put them in these dioramas. And you can watch my videos in the beginning of each month, and you can see how you can become a winner or a owner of these beautiful items from the past. So my motto is history is everywhere. By giving away these items, well, you can actually take part in the history in a very, very special way. But as I said, these are the items we found out there. Steel balls. These are exploded pieces from mines that actually exploded. I don't know why. You can actually see a couple of see that? A couple of steel balls embedded in that shrapnel shield that goes around it. These are pieces from the bottom, these are rings inside, and basically that's what we found this time. But they are beautiful small items that I try to preserve and put into those dioramas. Here you can see different kinds of detonators. If you have a look at that mine here, you can see it actually had a Christmas tree, and that is that. We found a lot of these Christmas trees, and they will go on the top like that, and you'll be able to screw in one detonator like this. You have one on the top like that, and a third one on the side. So you could also go directly into it like we have done, and then it will be like this one here going right there. So different kinds of aluminum and brass igniters or fuses or activators, whatever you like to call them. These are the pins for them. These are the transportation caps that will actually be on the top here. And you take them out and you screw in the different things and you fill it up with the TNT and all of that. The bouncing Betty or S-mine was dug down. When you trigger some of these, it will be detonated, it will jump up in the height of a man's hip, and then it will explode and inflict as much damage on the troops as it could. This thing here is more known as the telemine. You see that? Much bigger detonators, much bigger mines, but mainly for vehicles, panzers and all of that. All the rest of the stuff here are items that you'll find on the S-mine. As I said, the weather just made us totally soaking wet and cold within 5 minutes, so we had to abandon ship, but we will definitely be back at this location later, and we'll definitely show you more of the activity that took place right there. We also have found something very unique. I mentioned something about the aircraft. Well, we have a surprise for you later, so that's going to be pretty nice to dig into. Nevertheless, thanks a lot for watching, subscribing, commenting. Please watch our videos in absolute full length. That helps us out very, very well. And if you want to, you can become a Patreon and PayPal supporter, and you can support our work. And the more people who do that, the easier it is for us to go out and do what you see. Also, please remember to activate the notification bell under the video, and when you activate that in your pad or phone or whatever, you can actually be notified every time we release a new video. Other than that, the mine bitches are still out there, so watch your step every time you go out, and best of luck. All right, that's enough for today. Just want to say thanks for watching. See you later, and keep smiling.